Here are a few tips that has worked for me in the past as I'm making gluten-free muffins and all sorts of things. One of the big steps is to know a little bit about the flours and the texture and the consistency. I try to keep it simple in my pantry, but yet I have enough variety to play around with those ingredients. And basically gluten-free, a little bit more liquidish texture than the ones that has gluten in there. So that's one guide to follow. Also to know what to pair with what. Some of the flours like a tapioca starch, arrowroot starch, those are something that is very bland for flavor, or like rice flour, but they make the cookie very dense. So I like to fluff it up with some almond flour and using more eggs than usual. So there are some plans in the future that I want to follow to create my garden. I definitely want to have more of those plants that I don't have to replant each year, so that way we can harvest without putting extra effort in there. Well, we always have this morning chaos in the kitchen. That means we are starting the day. Another way to have the taste and the texture of the gluten-free baking is to use enough ghee or whatever oil you prefer, because gluten-free products usually drier than the gluten ones, so that can help a little bit. There are many things we have to fix in this garden. One thing turned out to be a very big success, and that is the compost. That is actually going well for us, but we are still working on the dirt and the soil, and that's gonna be another run for the next spring. This was our very first harvest of the garlic, and it was okay, but they were very small. The herbs are doing well. And I'm starting to prepare because my boys are going to leave for a camp, and it's gonna be so much fun, but it requires so many logistics in there because I have to prepare food for them.
I would be up waiting for you if you had to leave. Lifetime if you were at sea. I just wanna say
So this food preparation is gonna be a little bit different than I have done in the past, because now they are not gonna go with us, they're gonna go with a camp group. So I'm not gonna be able to help them out. They have to figure out things, and it's gonna be busy, like all camps are busy, and then they're just packed with programs for kids. So I know they're not going to have that much time to eat. So for a solution for that, I just chopped up everything, the sausage, the salamis, and all the things that I thought it fits for a breakfast, and I just mixed it in with the eggs, so that way with one bite they're gonna eat a bunch of different variety of the food.
This world, but you have to put your trust into us.
Also, I had no idea how the refrigerator situation is gonna be there, because one guy took a refrigerator, but I had no idea how much space gonna be in there. So I packed some ham, because I know it does better with the temperature than any other salami that we have without preservatives. This whack and seal method also works beautifully. Obviously, I didn't want to add extra to my boys with my zwilling bags to save them, so that way I was very afraid they're not going to lose them. Another thing that was helpful is to reduce the things that they have to make decision about. So I offered them like different meals, and I tried to balance it out, because I knew they're not going to sleep as much, so the nutrition will be even more important than ever. And so what I did, I labeled them breakfast, lunch, and dinner, so that way they were able to choose whatever they wanted to eat, but at least they didn't have to have the logistics. Okay, is it a breakfast food or is it lunch? So that helped them. Now that they're back, they told me that was actually very helpful. And for the bus ride, I made some sushi, because it was very easy to eat on the bus. So this amount of food was for a couple of days, and about midway with the camp, we drove there and dropped off another load like that. And this is how my week went by. I was basically preparing a bunch for the boys. We missed our boys so much, but also the time when they went away, it was packed. Mainly I was focusing on my health. I went to the dentist and chiropractor and all sorts of things, and now they are back. So I am doing lots of laundry just to reset the home and the stuff they bought back home, and obviously just spending time with them. On the day when we picked them up, we had a bunch of ice cream and we picked some blackberries, and My younger son, he went to bed, but he didn't plan to go in the bed. He just fell asleep on the bed around 5:30 and he slept until the next morning about 10:30 or so. So they had so many great memories from the camp, and also they got very tired afterwards. So these are frozen eggs that I just let on the air to warm up a little bit, and I had to mix them because the yellow part didn't dissolve as well. So maybe that's why they mix it together. And another thing that is new, and I tried, I cooked these eggs in water instead of oil, and it was easier on my stomach and it had the same texture, maybe a little bit more fluffy. We had two hanging lights in the corner. I took them off because we barely used at all because it was just too much light. We just need those little ones, and it created some dust, so I'm just cleaning up that. Dusting things and putting away things. A few weeks ago, I took out this light and bought in a bigger one, but that didn't work out, so I'm just going to work with this broken one and just cover it with a basket until I find a new one. I'm going to make some snack out of iceberg lettuce and some mozzarella that is made from cashews, and I have some duck egg yolks. They kind of taste like aged cheese. I like to use herbs to decorate with, and that's what gave me the idea to work on these curtains and changing it up a little bit without purchasing anything else. So I just cut them in half and make them shorter, so that way it's gonna be easier to clean the floor as well, and also I think it's gonna look a little bit more cozy and cute. So there's some cleaning tips for you guys with the blower. I couldn't think of anything else. I couldn't take it apart. And for next, I'm going to clean under the sink. Since I've been using annatto cleaners, it's basically simplified a lot of things for me, and it simplified everything under the sink as well. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I really appreciate you for being here, and if you enjoy this content, don't forget to like and share and subscribe, and I will see you soon in the next one. Bye!